Luxury bikes in the world. As fast as the world is diving headlong to a massive sea of upheavals, a lot has also changed since we last featured the top 10 most expensive big motorbikes in the world. For one thing, the new lowest entry at number 10 clocks at almost 130 grand more than its predecessor, while the $1 million tag price of the previous. Number 1. The highly regarded Cosmic Starship by Harley-Davidson seems paltry, now compared to the latest title holder, Neiman Marcus Limited Edition Fighter, which clips the bar at an awesome $11 million mark. What makes this doubly amazing is that Neiman Marcus Limited Edition Fighter started life at $110,000 before. Its ultra-unique design caught the fancy of a lot of people and consequently sent its market price rocketing to the stratosphere. Is this a clear sign of things to come? Not by any chance, and as any economist would tell you, predicting trends is as unwieldy as relying on a crystal ball to ascertain the future. Before we start the video, make sure to like and subscribe to our channel, then you will not miss our new video. 10. Ducati Testa Stretta NCR Macchia Nera Concept -$225,000. Motorcycles are priced for their technical performance, designs, frameworks, and outlook. Another way is to manufacture only a certain number of them, to make them limited edition. Ducati Macchia Nera may not compete with the other big bikes in this list in terms of pure speed, notwithstanding that Macchia Nera or Blockspot humorously suggests you could create a charred pavement behind while driving it, but titanium and carbon fiber materials to render it impressively lightweight at 297 pounds. Artistic contribution by visionary designer Aldo Drudi, and only a number of them made available, convinced most aficionados the price is justified to ensure the model makes it to their collection. 9. Ducati Desmosedici D16RR NCR M16 -$232,500. NCR starts with a $72,500 Desmosedici D16RR and reworks it to make it lighter and more powerful. The result? The $232,500 road missile NCR Malona 16. Where does the money go? Carbon fiber everywhere on the M16. Check, including load-bearing parts such as the frame, swing arm and wheels. The fuel tank, fairing, tail and fenders are carbon too. Mechanical parts are either titanium, right down to the bolts, or avionic-grade aluminum. 8. Akasi FET-XX Titanium Series -$300,000. Back in 2007, many thought a $300,000 price tag for a big bike was insane, no matter if it sported the mostest in every detail that mattered. How times have changed, and in 10 years $300,000 easily lost its number one spot, instead going good only for an 8th place in the top 10 most expensive big bikes in the world. The FET-XX is powered by a 2,409cc billet aluminium engine transmitting 228 PS of power to the rear wheel. Carbon fiber has been used abundantly on the bike to keep the weight low. The saddle has been handcrafted by posh Italian leather virtuoso Berluti. Its grade 9 titanium exhaust pipes have a ceramic media shot peen finish on them. Those who manage to get their hands on the FET-XX no doubt belong to a tightly exclusive lot, as only 13 units of them were ever made. 7. Dodge Tomahawk V10 Superbike -$550,000. If you think the Dodge Tomahawk V10 Superbike suspiciously looks like a four-wheel Dodge squeezed on both sides, you won't be alone. This Tomahawk V10 Superbike is a strange beast indeed, and not just because it uses a V10 4-stroke Dodge Viper engine that could easily power up any chassis with more than 2 wheels attached to it to give you the feeling of being dragged by a fleet of 500 supercharged ponies looking forward to storm the Bastille. Now talk about the soul of two-wheel steeds. You might have serious doubts riding this big bike, but certainly many enthusiasts are more than eager to walk this monster to their garage. This Tomahawk, whose components were custom milled from blocks of aluminum, sure would not fail to catch the eyes of everyone in any showroom. 6. Harley-Davidson Cosmic Starship $1.5 million. Not a few people already consider most big bikes as a work of art in their own right, so making one that is a literal work of art is the next obvious step. Right? Harley-Davidson appears to think so, and in their Cosmic Starship, they partnered with the famed rebel cosmic existentialist artist Jack Armstrong to apply yellow and red paint. over a Harley V-Rod and originally sold it at a flat $1 million after much fanfare broadcast all over the world. If you bought a cosmic starship, though, you would want to think twice before parading such prized treasure all over the place. 5. BMS Nemesis $3 million. The first thing you would notice about the BMS Nemesis is the yellow glitter and absence of side stand, making it look like it is lying flat on its underbelly like a marooned whale. As for the yellow glitter, that's the 24-karat gold for you. This easily explains the $3 million tag price, and everyone sure would understand if you wouldn't want to let it out of your house from the day of purchase. Most likely you'd want a showroom installed in front of the house, raised to a spectacular level so everybody gets a good view of your jewel. Make the showroom at least large enough to move about a bit with the Nemesis for more satisfaction. 4. Hildebrand and Wolfmuller $3.5 million. History is expensive, and at $3.5 million your purchase would send you back 124 years ago to 1894 when this first production motorcycle appeared on the scene. Heinrich and Wilhelm Heidebrand were steam engine engineers before they teamed up with Alois Wolfmuller to produce their internal combustion Motorrad in Munich in 1894. This momentous event started sending the flesh and blood steeds out of fashion, reinventing themselves as emblem of the refined gentry, while the special breed of men simply moved on and transferred their affections to the two-wheeled metallic petrol-guzzling steeds that took over the roads. 3. Akasi ES1 Spirit $3.6 million. And why not, indeed? This is not two-wheel machine as traditionally defined. First, there is no chassis framework to speak of. Swing arm and rear suspension attached to the gearbox, and front suspension to the engine. The much-touted 265-pound speck of a weight comes from eliminating the extra pounds associated with transmitting front wheel forces. Up a slender fork through a steering head, then back down to the rest of the machine. The front suspension consists of twin A-arms, projecting forward, their apices defining a steer axis and carrying an upright from which projects the front wheel spindle. The lower A-arm is, in effect, a single-sided swing arm. To avoid the muddy steering feel of earlier articulated front ends, the handlebars are on the upward projected steer axis, their motion so defined that resulting feel will be like that of the familiar direct steering telescopic fork. 2 to 1949 E90 AJS Porcupine -$7 million. A bike manufacturer with a rich history and winning racetrack heritage marred by several financial turbulence early on, AJS could only manage to produce 4 Porcupine units in 1949. As it turned out, one of these under the very able hands of Les Graham won the 1949 World Championship. 1. Neiman Marcus Limited Edition Fighter -$11 million. Whoever saw it coming that Neiman Marcus Limited Edition Fighter would later claim pole position at any top 10 list of big bikes is probably a seer of the highest order, especially when one considers how it began the market at a humble $110,000. And mind you, Neiman Marcus is a name you would rightly connect with department store rather than a superbike. The unique clockwork design, however, seems to have taken care of all that. The bike's eye-catching chassis, carved from a single piece of metal, proved to be an extreme hit with enthusiasts. As it turned out, even Apple just used the same approach for its new laptop case at the time. Many design experts agreed. This is styling at its best, where the utility of the vehicle is styled rather than hidden from sight. If you find this video useful, don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel.